Following the national and regional news next here on Thames, there's cartoon fun with Mickey Mouse. Then afterwards we go to Disney's Alice in Wonderland.
Movies on Thames from 92. Cruise in Cocktail.
You ready for the big time, young Mr. Flanagan?
I think I can handle it.
You get the women, you get the bucks. Boy, oh boy, you've got them. Stick with me, son, I'll make you a star.
Let's do it. Let's really do it.
Then there's Mick Dundee, too.
Don't try to stop me.
I don't want to stop you, I just want to get past.
What?
Oh, excuse me.
What's he like in bed? I don't know, he still sleeps on the floor.
Fishy business for Richard Dreyfuss and Emilio Estevez.
Nothing going on here, just some dull old police work. Oh, I love my job so much. Cop, get out of the house. I'm a detective. Get out of the house. I really got you thinking now, don't I?
Stakeout, next Monday at 9 on Thames.
God, I hate this part.
What was it like to ride on the footplate of the Flying Scotsman? And what's it like today to travel at nearly 200 miles an hour? You'll find everything you want to know about trains and railways in the world of trains. Railway archives remind us how trains have changed our lives. Rail disasters teach us important lessons about safety. And every week there's another magnificent locomotive to collect. Yes, you'll find everything you want in the world of trains. Start collecting it now.
Christmas pudding, roast potatoes and gravy, Auntie Dora's turkey and stuffing, mince pies, brandy butter.
Most people put on a few pounds over the Christmas holiday. If you're one of them, start your New Year diet with the Kellogg Special K breakfast and get the scale moving in the right direction.
Fruitcake, fruitcake.
Kellogg's Special K. Lose the holiday fat.
All over Britain, people are waiting for the Reader's Digest Record Payout Prize Draw. When the draw takes place, someone somewhere is going to win the first prize of £200,000, and that lucky person could be living in your television area. But hundreds of other people are going to win cash prizes, so if you receive some prize draw numbers, return them immediately, because the sooner you enter, the more you could win. Because you don't like to keep the dog you love waiting for his Cesar, all our cans now come with a new easy open lid.
Who cares if he's got a stuffy nose and needs a good night's sleep? Who cares if he needs something for a chesty cough but needs to stay awake? Who cares that she's got the start of a cold but can't slow down for a minute? Who cares enough to provide a complete range of winter medicines to help you find the one you need? Who cares?
It's the Wrighton Kitchen Sale at Texxas, with one last chance for an amazing double bonus. First, 40 to 60% off any Wrighton range when you buy 3 or more cabinets. Plus, if you order before 8 p.m. Tuesday, an extra 20% off the reduced price too, including sink tops, accessories and appliances. Last chance this weekend at Texxas.
Delicate, fragrant, unmistakable, light, white, Tilda basmati rice, watered by the snow-fed rivers of the Himalayas. Tilda.
She's done it again. She knows what she's doing. She's got Horse Sense. Now Horse Sense has been republished. Every week there are lessons for beginners with easy-to-follow step-by-step instructions and lessons for more experienced riders with lots of advice on how to take care of a pony so that it stays well and happy. In fact, you'll find everything you want to know about horses, and you get this useful wall chart of well-known breeds free with Part 1 of Horse Sense.
New comedy productions from Thames. That's fresh antics from the award-winning Mr. Bean. There's more gags from Harry Enfield in Men Behaving Badly.
Why did she leave me?
Perhaps you shouldn't have slept with her best friend.
Women don't like that much, do they?
But they'd be no match for this lady.
And I mean, these aren't jobbers, Mrs. Price. These are estate agents.
Is there a difference?
No Job for a Lady, next Monday at 8 on Thames.
Good afternoon. New research into breast cancer has found a way of saving the lives of at least 1,000 women in Britain each year. It's concluded that the chances of survival of women with early breast cancer can be dramatically improved if surgery is followed by drug or hormone treatment.
What this study has done is to give doctors clear evidence about the best way to treat breast cancer. It will lead to a major change in clinical practice, with patients getting the same combination of post-operative care. Early diagnosis of breast cancer is still essential, but once surgery is complete, doctors have discovered that it's a combination of additional treatments, now mostly given on a random basis, which will prolong life.
Often these treatments will be hormonal treatments, maybe it'll be cell-killing treatments. So most women who've been operated on will get these extra treatments, and in a number of cases this is going to make the difference in life and death.
Alison Ballantyne was diagnosed a year ago. After surgery, she was given exactly the treatment the study recommends, a combination of drug treatment, chemotherapy and radiotherapy.
I sailed through both the radiotherapy and the chemotherapy, and I was quite scared about getting it, but I can say I was fine right the way through.
Alison Ballantyne is now clear of the disease. With 25,000 cases annually, Britain has the highest incidence of breast cancer in the world. 15,000 women a year die from it. Because of this research, many thousands will live longer. Joan Thurkettle, ITN, Kent.
In the former Soviet Republic of Georgia, masked gunmen opened fire at a crowd demonstrating in support of President Gamsakhurdia in the capital Tbilisi this morning. Our Moscow correspondent, James Mates, who's there, says at least 3 people were killed. Earlier, he sent this report on the fighting there over the past 2 days.
The two sides in this civil war had paused to allow the new year to come in peace. But then, without warning, government forces holed up in the country's parliament building renewed the offensive. A government tank broke cover, took aim down Tbilisi's main boulevard and opened fire. It was a provocation that signaled the end of the season of goodwill. Within minutes, opposition troops stationed at the other end of the boulevard were sending howitzer shells back into the Parliament building. And in streets all around, the two factions were exchanging small arms fire. The New Year's truce was broken at about midday today. Since then, there's been heavy fighting, with tracer and shell fire ripping up the main street behind me from the Parliament building. There is little optimism here that this historic capital and its people are going to escape further heavy punishment.
The PLO says the Middle East peace talks could be in jeopardy unless Israel cancels an order expelling 12 Palestinians from the occupied territories. Earlier, the Palestinian delegation postponed its departure for the talks in Washington next week.
Palestinian delegates are staying put until the PLO decides whether or not to boycott the Washington talks in reaction to Israel's decision to expel 12 Palestinians from the occupied territories. Previous expulsions have drawn international condemnation, and Israel announced the latest ones just 5 days before the talks in Washington are due to resume. Senior PLO officials said they've told the Americans they won't be going to the talks.
We have postponed it. Officially, we are not intending to attend on this ceremony unless this problem is solved.
Israel has also banned Palestinians from roadsides in the occupied West Bank and Gaza Strip and imposed a curfew, move seen as openly provocative by the Palestinians, who believe the Israelis are deliberately trying to sabotage the peace talks.
The Foreign Office has denied reports that Britain, the United States and France have withdrawn the threat of sanctions against Libya for the Lockerbie bombing. Egyptian sources are quoted as saying the three had given up the idea after deciding that the UN wouldn't back it. Next from ITN is the news at 5:40 with Fiona Armstrong. Very good afternoon to you.
had 100% burns. A man was seen running away from the scene in Tollington Park, and a can of petrol was found nearby. Police are searching for a dangerous spider stolen from a house in South London. They're warning that the Guatemalan bird-eating spider could kill a child or paralyze an adult. The hairy red and black spider, which is the size of a clenched fist, was kept as a pet by its owner in Forest Hill. That's all from Newsroom South East this afternoon. There's more news on your BBC local radio